Okay, Mount Judges Comics Marvel news of the week. Some Blade stuff, some Spider-Man stuff, some Echo first reactions, which are going to make people upset, probably. Um, okay, first, Blade star Mahershala Ali shares promising update on MCU reboot. We'll be back relatively soon. It may seem hard to believe, but it's been over 4 years since Marvel Studios first announced plans for a Blade reboot starring Ali during the San Diego Comic-Con. If reports are accurate, the project has been played by production woes ever since. A recent Variety expose outlined some of the supposed issues Marvel Studios have been dealing with over the past while, and the studio is said to be having a hard time nailing down Blade's story. This isn't exactly a major revelation given the amount of writers and directors that have been attached at various points. It's also claimed that the star threatened to away from the project I think they meant walk away. This AI really has trouble with grammar. Are you muted?
Away. Sorry, I coughed. That was
walk away from the project at one point due to frustrations with the script. Apparently, some early drafts saw Ali's new take on the Daywalker relegated to third or fourth lead, which I don't believe that, in his own movie. And while this has been disputed by a writer who worked on a draft prior to the strikes, it's clear that this production has been anything but plain sailing. However, it seems it may have turned a corner. During a new interview with EW, Ali shared a positive update on the project, and the actor sounds confident that the filming will be ready to begin fairly soon. We're working on it. That's the best I can tell you. I'm really encouraged with the direction of the project, and I think we'll be back at it relatively soon. I'm sincerely encouraged in terms of where things are at and who's on board and who's leading the way as far as the writing of the script and directing and all that. So that's the extent of what I can tell you. So that's really nothing. Production was further impacted by the Hollywood strikes, and Marvel pushed the movie back to November 7th. Following numerous drafts and screenwriters, Logan Alien Covenant scribe Michael Green recently signed on to pen the script. Jan Demange, who stepped in to replace Tarek earlier this year, is still on board direct. It has previously confirmed that the movies will be indeed rated R. I'm excited to show a kind of ruthlessness, a roughness he has that allows him to walk the earth in a particular way. I love him for that. He's got a dignity, integrity, but there is a ferocity that he usually keeps under the surface. I want to unleash that and put it on screen. The Blade also stars Aaron Pierre, Delroy Lindo, and Mia Goth. Yeah, so that was really kind of nothing other than like, yeah, we're working on it and we should be shooting soon.
Yeah, this is gonna get pushed back like so fucking far. Like, I
talking
think
2026 maybe.
I would say easily 2026, because I mean, let's be real, they've shot some stuff.
Did they?
So,
I think at one point they were shooting in Atlanta.
Yeah,
and then
like
they got
literally,
shut.
like
they're like, oh, this is garbage. We don't know what we're doing. Let's stop.
couple of scenes probably shot, and then that was it. So they've got almost nothing under their belt. The story has changed a couple of times.
Yeah,
they don't know where anybody stands. They don't know where the characters are going to be. So right now, I feel like everything is still in limbo. Kinda. They're probably close to finishing a new script, draft or whatever. Yeah. And I do truly think that it's going to take a
while.
A while. Yeah. A while.
It's also very strange to me that you really had a hard time figuring out the story where it's like it's vampires and a vampire hunter. Like how hard of a story is that to figure out? I mean,
not that hard.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. More Blade news, and we just got this last night. Blade video game, for those who are interested in Marvel video games. Bethesda and Marvel announced Blade video game at the Game Awards last night. PS5 owners fear will be Xbox exclusive. The Elder Scrolls Fallout Starfield developer Bethesda is collaborating with fellow ZeniMax subsidiary Arcane Leon, who did Deathloop, which I never played, on an upcoming video game that will star Blade, half human, half vampire superhero from Marvel Comics. This project was unveiled at last night's Game Awards and was something that no one had on their bingo card check out the trailer below, which we will not. The game will be single-player action title with the narrative focus told from the third-person camera perspective. The game will be an original narrative rather than take inspiration from any specific Marvel Comics plot. The game's likely mature rating is confirmed by the teaser trailer. Gamers will recall that Microsoft spent $7.5 billion to acquire, but that's just pocket change, to acquire Bethesda Softworks back in 2021, and the studio has released several Xbox exclusives, including Hi-Fi Rush, Redfall, and Starfield. Hi-Fi Rush did pretty well at the Game Awards last night.
Yeah, it did well. Yeah, I was surprised.
Upcoming titles: The Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5, and an untitled Indiana Jones game are all expected to be Xbox exclusives. Naturally, PlayStation owners... No owners of PlayStation consoles are concerned that Blade will follow suit. However, will caution that nothing has been confirmed regarding exclusivity. Nevertheless, the project's announcement was a big shock to the audience. And who's watching online, you can check out below. Yeah, so there's a Wolverine game. It's funny that no one's... I didn't see anyone upset. I didn't see Sony... owners upset about how the Wolverine game coming from the guys who did Spider-Man might be PlayStation exclusive, but now that there's a Blade game that's coming to Xbox from Microsoft, now they're all upset that they could be exclusive.
Look out!
Which Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, although I suppose Spider-Man 1 did come to PC, so you would assume that Spider-Man 2 will eventually come to PC and the Wolverine game. But yeah, it's still not on Xbox. So,
yeah, it's I think it's hilarious because, I mean, the game studios talked about, inclusivity and all this stuff, and they have literally 3 ecosystems. They showed that they could all talk to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's playing Call of Duty and Warzone. No issues.
Fortnite all cross-play.
Oh, right. Sorry, of course. Fortnite all cross-platform. Yeah. Actually, Fortnite more than... Because I don't think Call of Duty is on Switch. Or is that on Switch?
Microsoft promised to bring it to Switch next iteration.
So... Yeah, so I would say Fortnite. So it's like, you know what I mean? We see that.
Yeah.
All it takes is a game to make $2 billion in a year in microtransactions.
Yeah.
And they'll do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why do we have to stop there? Why can't we just but we won't. And I think now, sorry, I'm getting to my point, which is I think we're going to see a new wave of exclusives, right? And Bethesda 100% is going to be those. And I feel like all their main large games are going to be multi-platform, but anything they release under one of their main titles, they're all going to be Xbox exclusives.
So Starfield, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls will all be Microsoft exclusive, but then any subsidiary
No, sorry. I feel like those ones will be multi-platform eventually.
Starfield's not been announced to come
Starfield was, but I know it's not.
No.
But then I thought that all their smaller ones would be exclusives, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's vice versa.
Yeah, I would imagine it might be vice versa actually. Okay, moving on.
The big ones.
Big ones.
The big ones.
You know what? I've really kind of put down Starfield. Even I'm 20 hours in, I think, and it hasn't really grabbed me all that much.
Yeah, a lot of people have done the same.
It didn't win I'm not sure it won anything last night either for the game.
I honestly don't know if it won anything last night. And I watched just over half, and I don't think so.
Okay, so Patrick Stewart, who said he would never come back, is now talking about coming back again and again. Patrick Stewart says Avengers Secret Wars return as Professor X is a possibility. He's on a book tour right now because he wrote a biography, which my wife got me for Christmas. I already know.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Because I was with her when she bought it.
Well,
it's here, I'm just buying this for you for Christmas. I know you're going to buy it anyway. So, okay, while the big trailer reveal that Sir Patrick Stewart's Professor X would appear in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness should have come as a surprise. It didn't. Yes, we'd seen some leaked previs images. But the legendary actor confirmed way back in 2021 that he met with Kevin Feige, making it obvious he was being lined up for a future MCU project. Earlier this year, Stewart was asked if there's a chance he'll show up as a leader of the X-Men in Deadpool 3 and responded, "I've been told to stand by. I know nothing more than that. Honest." Since then, rumors have swirled that there are also plans for Charles Xavier to appear in Avengers Secret Wars, likely alongside Ian McKellen's Magneto. Listen, they're a little bit higher up in age, especially I believe Ian's a bit older than Sir Patrick.
Yeah, I thought it was like 8 years or something.
Should probably get on that before we lose them. Although they could
you know why they're not in a rush, right?
Why?
So just use AI.
Oh, you know what? Maybe. Although that fucking war criminal Henry Kissinger lasted to 100, so maybe we'll actually get some useful
so
people.
The shitty ones.
Yeah. Although Jimmy Carter's getting up there too.
That's true.
I cannot put it to rest because it's not a fact either for or against. It's a possibility. Hugh Jackman and I looked upon Logan as being our farewell, given that I died in that film, although I've been told I've actually died several times already. How do I do it? When the interviewer brought up the multiverse and pushed Stewart to confirm more Professor X as a possibility, simply added, know that, and you could get lucky. We say it's obvious that the character will return next year and beyond that in those upcoming Avengers movies as well. While it's possible the Marvel's post-credit scene was setting up Deadpool 3, all signs point to the original X-Men being a huge part of the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Retitling the former Avengers vs. X-Men would be a smart move on Marvel Studios' part. Can you really just go into the fire with Avengers vs. X-Men right out of the gate without really giving the X-Men their own... I don't know if that's a good idea. Alongside Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Deadpool franchise vet Karen Sony, who plays Dupinder. Leslie, okay, we know that they're all set to return. Emma Corrin is expected to play Cassandra Nova, Professor X's sister, while Matthew McFadden will likely take on the role of a TV agent named Paradox. It's also been confirmed that Jennifer Gardner will reprise her role as Elektra, with Liev Schreiber, James Marsden, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is in it. That's funny. And even Loki star Owen Wilson, all among those rumored to appear. Deadpool, the only Marvel movie out next year, is out July 26th. So, listen, I'll take Patrick Stewart and anything as long as we can get him. Moving on, Spider-Man news. Spider-Man Noir TV webs up the Punisher showrunner Drew Goddard eyed for Spider-Man 4. Can you look up what Drew Goddard's done? Did he do the first two Godzilla?
Sounds familiar.
Variety reports that Sony and Amazon's live-action Spider-Man Noir TV series has enlisted Steve Lightfoot to serve as co-runner. He now joins Oren Uzel, who in February was revealed as the project's writer. Lightfoot was a Punisher showrunner when Daredevil spin-off launched on Netflix. This series drew mixed reviews for its approach to Frank Castle, but still delivered gritty and appropriately violent take and an appropriately violent take on the vigilante. Spider-Man Noir is expected to take place in the 1930s New York City. Well, the trade reminds us that the show will be set in its own universe and the main character will not be Peter Parker. That's a baffling decision, but Peter's absence is likely a result of Sony's Pictures' ongoing agreement with Marvel Studios to share the webbed wonder. Lightfoot's other credits include Shantaram, Hannibal, and Narcos. So I know Hannibal is pretty well beloved, even though it got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Shantaram last year, and it was good. I would have liked to see a second season of it, but that also got canceled. And Narcos was pretty good across the board. So, elsewhere on Prime Video, Silk Spider Society is in the works from showrunner Angela Khan. Somewhat reassuringly, all of these small screen projects are being overseen by Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse producers Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. In related news, Scooper Daniel Rickman is reporting that original Daredevil showrunner and director of Sony's scrapped Sinister Six movie, Drew Goddard, has emerged as Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures' top choice to helm Spider-Man 4 should John Watts pass on the project. He's come close to joining the MCU a few times, and is thought to have made uncredited contributions to the first 2 Avengers movies. Oh, I didn't know that. We'll see what happens, but if Goddard replaces Watts, he's likely to receive a great deal of support from fans, as a director, he's best known for Cabin in the Woods and Bad Times at El Royale. So he did not do the Godzilla movies. Was that Gareth Edwards?
So he didn't, but he actually did a few other ones that I didn't even realize.
Like what?
Which are,
yeah.
He was the writer and creator of Daredevil. And he also did The Defenders, only 1 episode.
Okay.
He was a writer on The Martian.
Oh yeah, that was a really good movie.
He did screenplay. He did World War Z screenplay. Okay. He actually wrote some episodes of Lost and Alias. He was a staff writer on both Angel and Buffy. And he was executive producer on The Good Place as well.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's got some cred.
He's got some credit.
Yeah.
And there was like everything on there was decent.
Yeah. Obviously, Cabin in the Woods and Bad Times El Royale were obviously really good.
They were good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Disney Plus confirms the release of 3 Marvel Studios TV shows in 2024. Over the past couple of years, we've been bombarded by Marvel Studios content on Disney Plus. Initially, that was no bad thing, but there's something of a quantity over quality issue this past year. But we already know that. Disney UK has just shared a 2024 preview, and in that we have confirmation of at least 3 MCU TV shows heading our way next year. So we know Marvel Studios Echo will arrive January 10th, 2024, with all episodes available. The series tells the story of, well, we know what it tells. Marvel fans can also look forward to the highly anticipated Agatha Darkhold Diaries series arriving in 2024, with Kathryn Hahn reprising her fan favorite role. Westview's resident Darkhold reader Agatha. An upcoming animated Disney Plus original series from Marvel Studios X-Men 97 also arrives on the platform in 2024. This means that Daredevil Born Again is slipping into 2025. That's no great surprise, though we'd assume this is confirmation that Ironheart is also coming the year after next. We first learned of a possible delay in a recent copyright filing from Marvel Studios. News which came as a shock considering the fact that shooting wrapped last year. It's possible extra time is needed for visual effects, or that a creative overhaul is necessary for that series. We also can't discount the possibility of it being pushed down the calendar so it arrives closer to the long-delayed Armor Wars movie. Does anyone believe Armor Wars is happening?
I think it's possible, but I feel like it's getting lower and lower and lower on the chain.
What's the percentage? 80-20?
I'm at 50-50 right now.
Oh, 50-50. Okay.
I'm riding the fence, baby. I got one leg in, one leg out.
Echo, Agatha, and the animated X-Men 97 isn't a bad lineup, even in a year with only a single MCU movie. It's possible Spider-Man Freshman Year and Marvel Zombies will eventually join the shows, though we're not banking on it. We also have an update on Lucasfilm Star Wars offerings, and despite it previously being announced for August 2024 launch, there's no longer any mention of Andor. That's not surprising. Star Wars The Acolyte will premiere on Disney Plus in 2024. The series is a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets, emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. A former Padawan reunites with their Jedi Master to investigate a series of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than they ever anticipated. And Star Wars Skeleton Crew tells the story of 4 kids who find themselves lost in the vastness of the galaxy trying to find their way home. This series will arrive on the platform also in 2024.
I don't think Acolyte will come out in 2024.
Actually, I've been reading that that's the first one to come out, and that Skeleton Crew will come out after the Acolyte.
What?
Yeah. Which is surprising everyone.
They have their first Sith dark side show, and they completed it in how long? Like,
they shot. It's weird. I believe the shooting was Skeleton Crew shot first, Acolyte shot second, and Acolyte's coming out first. I only wonder that because Acolyte seems to be like it'll be a more grounded like investigation type show, and character driven, as where the skeleton crew is in space. There's going to be a lot of special effects shots.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if there's less special effects shots in the Acolyte, and that's why it's getting done first. But I'm excited for the Acolyte. I mean, the skeleton crew, it's described as like a Steven Spielberg 80s kind of kids movie, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
But I'm more interested in the Acolyte at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can all fuck off with your Robert Downey Jr. coming back.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Like
apparently not. I don't know. Well, we'll see. This quote's a little squirmy. Okay, Kevin Feige responds to rumors of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man return. Kevin Feige has addressed the recent rumors that Robert Downey Jr. will be revived as Iron Man in the MCU. Why does this thing always... This website? Oh, there we go. Well, you can't use the scroll wheel on it. I don't know why. Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige has ruled out a revival. The head of the MCU was asked to... The up and down doesn't work either.
Nice.
Come on. What is with this website?
That's fun. What about the page down, page up buttons?
Oh, yeah. I should try that next. Okay, I'm going to refresh it.
Kai.
Refresh.
Oh.
Still refreshing.
Okay.
Nope. Scroll. Oh.
Oh.
Nope. Oh.
Ew, whoa.
Oh my god. Okay, now it works. Okay.
It's excited.
The head of the MCU, Feige, was asked to speak on Downey as part of an interview for Vanity Fair. The Marvel Studios president praised the actor's impact on the franchise and the superhero genre more broadly. Feige was then asked about the possible return of Iron Man. So, when rumored in the last few weeks on the speculation, Feige commented, "We are going to keep Iron Man's death and not touch that moment again."
Yeah, that moment.
Yeah. Feige then went on to discuss the build up to that moment, which took a considerable amount of character development for Robert Downey Jr.'s hero. And CBR just refreshed itself. Oh, it needed new ads to show.
Yeah.
We all worked very hard for many years to get to that. We would never want to magically undo it in any way. Iron Man met his end in Avengers Endgame, sacrificing himself to save the universe from Thanos, prevent the villain from wiping out half of all life once again. However, the MCU stumbling as of late and the introduction of the multiverse, speculation has grown that Iron Man could be revived or brought back in some way. Downey was a relatively unlikely we all know that. Cruise was asking for a fee at times that was even more profitable for a studio like Fox was willing to risk on an untested superhero property. Yeah, we know all that. So he said they're not gonna touch that Iron Man moment. That doesn't mean he won't be back for something else.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm very happy they said they won't touch that moment. Do I believe that Robert Downey Jr. will be back in some capacity, whether it's a villainous Iron Man or a different Tony Stark? I don't know if I believe that one, but I'm glad they're not touching the 616 on that Tony Stark is definitely dead.
Yeah.
Okay. How to get to people being upset with Echo. The first reactions to Echo have come out. This comes out January 10th. The first 2 or 3, depending on who you ask, episodes of Disney Plus's Echo screened in the UK tonight. And the first reactions have now been shared online. Though only a handful of critics have weighed in so far, initial verdicts are mostly positive and sounds like Marvel Studios' Hawkeye spinoff is going to be every bit as dark and violent as we've heard. There's some criticism of the pacing and creative decisions, but based on these tweets, fans of Netflix's Daredevil should be very happy. Have a look at the reactions below. So, I mean, I guess you can take this with a grain of salt. However, it looks like it's trending in the right direction. Saw the first 2 episodes of Echo tonight and have a lot of thoughts. I think fans of Netflix's Daredevil are going to love it. It's like Marvel remembered it can be violent and dark. Alaqua Fox is amazing, although I don't love all the creative decisions, though. Emily Murray enjoyed the first 2 episodes of Echo, which had an incredible and violent fight scene I want to watch again and again. The sound design is fire. The brilliant Alaqua Fox continually draws me in, but I found the storytelling and pacing a bit shaky. Excited to see the rest. If the world if the world-ending stakes of the MCU have you longing for something more grounded, Echo is a gritty tonic. 2 episodes scene and its hard-hitting action thriller with a great sense of Native American culture. Can't wait to see the final 3 when they drop in January. Yeah, so this is why I think people might be upset. Obviously, there were a lot of people who didn't think Echo deserved their own show. Not really sure why that mattered, given... I mean, Marvel can make... It's really weird. Like, people think that Marvel only has so much money to make shows and movies, and that they have to really focus on the characters that matter the most, and they can't just go off and make something for a lesser known character because they don't have the money to do it. I don't know. It's a weird narrative to me.
So silly.
But I also wonder if this is gonna be like, oh, why did you make Echo so dark and gritty when we've been asking that for all these other characters? And while I will say, sure, looks like they are starting to pivot to that, and that's coming with Daredevil and Punisher and blah blah blah. The first character to get it would be like, oh, it's a deaf character who no one cares about is getting what we initially wanted. That's, I don't know, so woke or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think so. I think the fact that maybe they're kind of banking on testing this
to see if the dark
area,
works.
like, you know, this dark tone R-rated area where, and I think it's gonna pull off. I think it's gonna pull off for them. I think, you know, first few episodes will come out, people start talking. Or wait, is it dropping all the same time, or do we know?
Nope, it's all February 10th. All episodes come out.
I mean, I feel like it'll have enough gusto to pull people in to watch. And I think the first few weeks will be pretty busy for Echo. Depending on how they finish it and how it ties into the MCU, we'll see.
I'm not sure they are gonna. I think this might. I don't know. This will get a second. Well, I guess. I mean, it'll tie into Daredevil, the show. Yeah. I don't know if it really ties into the overall movie universe. I wonder if they. I guess with them changing the way they make TV shows, with now a showrunner and not flying by the seat of their pants in post-production, that they maybe focus on really the shows not having a whole lot to do with the movie universe.
Right.
And that if you watch this show, you'll get it. You don't need to watch the movie before that the show came out to see where it's going. I don't know. Maybe they kind of try and keep it more self-contained with a little bit less crossover. I don't know. I mean, people were upset that Echo got a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously going to watch it. So, but I hope it does.
I'm excited now.
Well,
I wasn't excited before, but I am now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. No bad deed goes on. I don't know if I'm excited about it, but I am interested to see where it goes. I mean, Vincent D'Onofrio being in it as Kingpin obviously is a bigger draw.
Mm-hmm.
But they do that a lot. They get a bigger star to be in something to draw you into the story of a lesser known character, and that's fine. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not sure. Like, they brought, Mark Ruffalo in to She-Hulk in the first 2 episodes to kind of draw you into the story of her. So to do the same thing, like, I don't know. I guess it's just weird in the internet narrative of, like, you think everyone hates She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, but the friends that I talk to who also love Marvel are like, well, not all the friends. Some won't watch it, obviously, and it's not for them. It's not for everyone. And that's also a weird thing, is like, not everything Marvel makes is for you. And I saw someone talking about how, I think this is Reggie Collects, how Marvel is starting to make things for younger generation that we used to be. So we're aging out of the generation they're making things for, and then we're upset about that, even though they were making it for our generation previously. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
you know, he explained it like you hear you hear the music of your childhood or your teenage years or whatever, and then you realize it's actually on an oldie station. They're playing the music that you grew up with, and you're like, oh, I have aged out of the new the music for me, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I'm not that generation. So the anger that comes with Marvel making things not for my generation is I can watch the things that they don't and enjoy it, or I don't have to watch it, and that's totally fine. I don't know. It's weird.
Totally
It's a
okay.
weird, it's a weird thing. I mean, you're a younger generation than I am, right? You're Gen Z.
I don't know. I just like that you said younger. That's great. Thank you so much.
Well, you're 36 now.
35, but that's fine. Oh God, don't look up the time frames. I'm
going
pretty
to.
sure I'm considered a millennial.
Okay, so you're definitely okay. So millennials is oh no, I'm a
Yeah.
millennial too.
Yeah.
No, I thought I was
Yeah.
Gen X. I missed it by 1 year.
Yeah.
My wife
I thought I
is
was
Gen X though.
one of the gens. Yeah, but I'm not.
So we're both millennials. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we're both not cool.
Not cool, guys. We are not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Okay. So that's Marvel news of the week. Sadie, my
Thanks.
cat, says hello. And
Hi,
yeah, we'll probably be back for one more next week, and then take a break for Christmas, holidays, etc.
Are you having holidays?
Yeah. Well, we're.
Nice.
I mean, obviously, we have family stuff here and there, and then we're going to Columbus, Ohio, for a Leaf game for our
Right.
usual like Christmas holiday thing, because the Leafs usually play in Columbus in December, so we're doing that again this year.
Nice.
Then we're also going to see Kenny versus Spenny in
Oh man.
and they're coming to Sarnia next weekend, 2 weekends.
Oh wow. Damn.
Next weekend.
I've
Yeah.
seen them 2 times, 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's I imagine it's
one for fun, 2 for work.
work.
1 for work. I can't remember.
I imagine it's pretty fun.
It's fun. I can tell you right now. Fuck. I can tell you right now, because I follow them both on Twitter,
Yeah.
and they're pretty funny on Twitter. But we're reaching that time frame,
Yeah.
and it's the same with Trailer Park Boys,
Yeah.
where their show debuted
1997.
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, like 1995.
And I think Kenny versus Spenny started in 01 or 02, because they went for 10 years.
Yeah, they were on CBC first too.
I might be off by a few years. But what I'm trying to get at is everyone is trying to play up
2002.
these characters.
Yeah.
These people are trying to play up these characters that, were made so far back. And while I appreciate them, it's a little tough to continue to, in a new light, like in a new light to, find it
I
funny.
Understand. Yeah, I understand.
Now it's kind of cool because great, my cat's going insane. It's kind of cool because they include and show footage that they've never shown before from different episodes and stuff, behind the scenes stuff of like what happens, and then they talk about it. They have some laughs. When I watch them, they try to still do like a stunt or two during the show.
Yeah.
Went okay, wasn't great, but well, yeah. And then same with Trailer Park Boys, and that's evident with the show. Like the show could have ended 6 years ago.
Yeah, they had.
They milked.
They had one called Jail that came out 3 years ago on their SwearNet, and it had.
Oh right.
And it had Terry from Fubar in it. He was one of the prisoners.
Right.
It was actually, it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't
Wow, nice.
like it wasn't Netflix or TV worthy, but it was. I like if you're into that stuff. I guess it was fine.
Yeah, that's all right though.
Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll hit you with an ad on the way out. Thanks.
Your new multi-vendor marketplace, YouSellComics.com, offers a site exclusively for buying and selling of all things comics. Slabs, omnis, trades, and more sell for as low as 5% commission or 0 commission monthly tiers. Run your own auctions, unlimited bin listings. YouSellComics.com.